All right, and thanks for stopping by. So today's video we're going to be reviewing the Bluetti EB55, and this is a sponsored video, but I still have full liberty to be honest and tell you what I like and what I don't like. So let's get into it. So here laid out on the table is all the stuff that comes with it: the AC charger, the DC charger, and the solar charger. The first good thing that stands out on this unit is the way you charge it. You can charge it with the wall outlet or your cigarette lighter or the solar cables, or you can charge it at the same time from the solar cables and the wall outlet. You can also charge it at the same time from your cigarette lighter and a wall outlet. You can put a maximum of 400 watts into this at the same time. It is incredible. There's no other unit that charges as quickly as this one. The digital display is easy to understand on the wattage coming in and going out. You can charge your cell phone wirelessly if you have a phone that does that. Just lay it right there on the circle on top. It's about 12 inches across it, 8 inches deep, and about 8 inches tall. So if that gives you an idea, it's not a big unit and it's only about 16 pounds. So far, so good. Let's turn this bad boy around and see what is on the back of it. It's a multifunction light. It's high and low, and then it has a strobe on it in case you need to alert for help. Just push the button and toggle through the settings. And this feature is pretty common on most of the solar generators I've seen, but this one's a little bigger, so I like it. You just continue to toggle through the button until you turn it off. Very simple, one button, easy peasy. Okay, let's turn it around here on the side. There is the fan on this side, and as we turn it back around, you'll see the pass-through vent on this side. So there's no plug-ins on the sides, just a fan vent. That is it. I like how it's flat on top. The handle folds down. It recesses into the top nicely. To turn on each segment, you just push and hold the button about 2 seconds and you'll see a light come on, and it tells you that that segment is activated for your outputs. USB outputs, AC outputs, and DC outputs. And the battery indicator is right there on the front. The only thing I don't like is the battery is in 20% segments, so you don't get an exact reading. It'll tell you if it's at 100% or 80% or 60% and so on and so forth. Okay, let's talk more about charging. So right now I have the AC plugged into the charger port. You'll see it right under this flap here. It's the right side inlet. And you just plug that into your wall outlet. This charger on the AC, you can get 200 watts flowing through there. The indicator will be red when it's charging, green when it's done. It's automatic. Now what I have to show you, this is incredible. This is where it stands out. You can plug the AC charger in and plug it into the wall. And you can also plug in either a DC charger cable from your cigarette lighter, like I have right there, and plug it in at the same time. And through your DC cigarette lighter, you're probably going to get an additional 75 watts or so. And there's one other way you can charge it, and this is the kicker. You can plug in your solar cable from your solar panel. It'll take a maximum of 200 watt solar panel, and you can be charging it through solar with these cables here, and you can charge it through your wall AC charger at the same time for a maximum of 400 watts input simultaneously. That's incredible. There's no other solar generator that charges as quick as this. If you do it this way, you can charge this thing from dead to full in about an hour and a half. And it's 537 watt hour. That's the fastest charging device on the market. So we talked about what's possible. Now let's talk about what's real. In the real world, we'll probably be charging it with just the solar panels or just the cigarette lighter or just the AC input. That's the way we're probably going to do it in the real world. But I did want to show you what you can do in case you really need a fast charge. You can do this. Next thing you're probably asking is, how long will it run stuff? Well, I can tell you this. This 537 watt hour device will run my truck fridge in my camper van, which is 12 volt DC. It will run it for 47 hours straight. That's with no solar input coming in. That's just the battery backup. That's all, and that is amazing. Think about it this way. If you have a fridge in your camper van and you have 2 continuous days of nothing but clouds and darkness, you could still continue to run your fridge on the battery itself if there was just not enough sunshine for the solar to supplement it. Next up, you can run power tools off of this thing. It has a 700 watt peak pure sine wave inverter. You could run a circular saw because they usually draw around 500 watts. You could run that circular saw for an hour. And I want to stress again just how fast this thing charges up. When I pulled it out of the box, it had 60% charge on it. I plugged it into a wall outlet and the display says it was drawing 200 watts and it was charged up in 35 minutes. There's just no other device I know of that charges as quickly as this one. So let me start wrapping this up and give you some more real world numbers. If you have a camper van and you just need to keep your fridge going, this is it. You get, if you have 200 watts of solar on your roof, this is it. This is all you need. And even if you ran into several days of cloudiness, you could just plug it into your cigarette lighter. And also, a lot of you already have inverters. You could plug it into that and charge it up even quicker by, running your vehicle. And a lot of new vehicles already come with an inverter built into the dash, like my van has. So it is a maximum of 150 watts. So I could charge at 150 watts, just plugging it into the inverter in the dash while I was driving, and charge it up just to get me by on those cloudy days. So I think you can tell by now that I'm really impressed with this one. Bluetti EB55. Nothing charges this quick, and nothing else in this category has a 700 watt peak pure sine wave inverter. So the link is in the description. So if you're in the market for one of these, I recommend it. So until next time, take care, be well, smash the bell.